Today on the channel, we're going to spice things up a little bit. Well, not exactly. Usually on the channel, we showcase ARs, SBRs, suppressors, pistols, all the cool flashy kind of stuff. Today, we're gonna change gears and go over some less lethal options, particularly this POM OC spray, which they have termed their next gen pepper spray. So we're gonna showcase it, go over it, and we're even gonna test it today, and it's blowing about 15 miles an hour. So what better day to test some pepper spray than a gusty wind? So let's get into it. Realistically, it's much more likely we will have to use something like this OC spray in our day-to-day lives than, you know, our SBRs, ARs, or even our concealed carry pistols. So what's often overlooked and neglected, like this just simple pepper spray, can really come in handy one day. So in my opinion, there are a ton of situations where this is much more useful than your concealed carry pistol. Any type of situation, from somebody getting unruly and potentially getting violent to, you know, if you're in a spot where you can't carry a pistol legally, you can have this and at least stand a fighting chance against somebody trying to do you harm. I have never been sprayed by any type of pepper or OC spray or anything, so I can't say firsthand. But all the videos that I've seen online, this is very effective at just stopping somebody in their tracks and just completely taking away their vision and any situational awareness that they have. Because in the videos that I've seen of people getting hit with this stuff, they basically just stop and they're just rubbing their eyes until they get some type of medical treatment or something to flush their eyes out with. So this is a very capable tool. Like I said, I've never been hit with it, never sprayed anybody with it, but I mean, cops have been using this stuff for many decades, so it's got to be pretty effective. So I've got just your standard IPSC-size target behind me, and I have one of the inert units like I just showed you, and I'm gonna start at about 3 yards, just about 10 feet, and I'm going to spray this target with the inert unit, and let's see how easy it is to, you know, aim, adjust, and what kind of liquid actually gets onto the target. I didn't mention, but these are just, you just flip the cap up, put your thumb on there, and then let's give it a rip. Okay, yeah, pretty easy to aim, you know, just pointing it in the general direction. I hit the face just, you know, pretty easily, and then I adjusted just a little bit up, and as you can see, pretty good amount right there, and now it's running down. So yeah, let's back it up and let's go to about 5 yards. All right, so we're here at 5 yards. We have the same inert unit that we just hit this target with. Let's see what kind of spread we get here. So I would say this is about the max range, about 5 yards, because I'm having to arc it, like hold the unit up to get the solution in here to hit the target in the face. And as you can see there, the wind picked up a little bit and it's blowing my spray a little bit off target. I'm having to really aim to the right, and this one's now out. So there's really no surprise there. Like, you have to be pretty close to use this. This one is out. I probably held it down for about 10-15 seconds, so pretty good amount of spray. Now, I'm not sure if these have the same capacity as the like actual units, because they're a little bit shorter, and I would assume these have just a little bit more in them. So about 5 yards is your max distance, and at that distance you may even have to angle it up a little bit to get a good hit in the face area. We all take steps to secure our homes from outside threats, but oftentimes we leave ourselves open for online attack. That's why we're proud to announce today's video sponsor, Aura, to help us all take control of our online security. As you can see here, I just Googled my name and email address, and there are several hits that come up with my personal information for everyone to see. This is the result of data brokers selling my personal data to the highest bidder. While they legally have to remove my data if I ask them, the process is difficult and oftentimes not worth the effort. This is where Aura comes in. They not only monitor my banking and credit info, they also can remove my data from these broker sites. You may have another service that monitors your your credit for any fraudulent activity, but that's just one of the many ways your data can be breached. With Aura, you have complete protection that monitors the dark web and your personal credit and banking institutions. If something does happen, Aura has a US-based customer service team that is available 24/7 to start solving any issues, and every Aura membership comes with $5 million identity theft protection. And my favorite feature of Aura is the ability for them to screen calls and eliminate most of the spam calls that we all receive daily. So that's worth it in my opinion, that alone. If you're interested, use our link in the description below to start your 14-day free trial to see how Aura's complete set of tools can help protect your identity and data. Thanks to Aura for supporting our channel, and thank you for watching. Now back to the video. Now let's test the actual OC spray that we have right here. I'm gonna go ahead and just use the white one because I probably personally won't carry this one a lot just due to the white color. So we're gonna test it here. I'm at about 3 yards again, and let's see how this real unit goes. All right, so first impressions, the spray is identical to the trainers. So the velocity and like pattern of the spray, I guess you could say, is really close, identical, I would say, to the trainer. So if you get a couple of these trainers and use them, it's just like using the real thing. And the distance is about the same. I'm here again about 3 yards right here and easily hitting the target right in the face. So 3 yards, pretty good. Let's go to 5. All right, so we're back at 5 yards. We have the real OC spray. Let's test it out. Yeah, so again, I'm getting the same distance as the trainer. It's just barely reaching the target, and when the wind picks up, it's kind of blowing it off target. So I'm gonna go up to 4 yards and see if that's any better. Yeah, so I'm getting on target easily at 4 yards. So, you know, 3 to 5 yards, depending on the conditions. If you're inside, you probably won't have any issues with wind, obviously, but the same as the inert trainers. So that's really good to know. You can train with these and expect the same spray with this. Now, I've sprayed about the same amount and I still have some in here. So let's go ahead and spray it until it ends, and let's see how much we have as compared to the trainers. So comparing the actual OC spray unit to the inert trainer, they are very similar. I would say the distance you get with each is identical, and you can spray about 5 to 6 seconds longer with the actual unit just because it's just a little bit bigger, and I'm guessing it may have just a little bit more capacity, but it may be the same. I don't know. If it is any different, it's not by a lot. Now, me just standing by this target that I just sprayed, it is a very, I would say, not pleasant just standing beside it. So I can get, I don't know which way the wind's blowing, but it seems like any way I walk beside it, I'm getting the same like just burning sensation in my nostrils. And that's just from smelling it off of this target. So I would hate to get sprayed with this in the eyes and in the nose. So this stuff is pretty nasty, I would say. One thing I noticed is obviously like when you spray it, it started running down immediately. So, you know, if you're, obviously if you want to hit them in the face area, if you're using this in a real world situation, but maybe even if you get them in the eyes, then aim a little bit higher and it might start running down into their eyes and nose. I don't know, I'm not any type of trainer or, you know, giving advice. I'm just saying that's what I picked up on after using it. So, you know, but I'm gonna move away from this because my nose is burning. All in all, I am very well pleased with these POM OC spray units. Like I said, the coolest feature is the fact that they come with the inert trainer, so you can actually, you know, test these, use these, figure out how to work them and the distance you're able to use effectively. So that is pretty cool to me. And the real units, obviously, they work just as intended, and they're pretty nasty. The stuff in these things is potent. My nose got irritated just standing around it. So getting hit in the eyes would not be a good day. So thanks to POM for sending these out. If you want some of these, go check out POM. They're on Amazon, POM website. They're all over the place. So pretty cool product. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. I just got done filming and I realized what I actually did. So when I was using the real unit, when it finishes the like spray that it has in there, it'll, you know, do a puff of just, you know, like when you finish, you know, like spray painting or something, there's a few puffs or whatever. Well, that dribbled down on my finger and I inadvertently rubbed my nose, and my nose right now is on fire, like just the bottom nostrils of my nose. So if you ever do have to use this stuff, wash your hands thoroughly before you touch any parts of your face, because my nose is literally on fire right now. It's not bad, like I'm not in, you know, like in any real pain. I just got probably just a light coating on here. But again, I cannot imagine getting hit in the face with this stuff. That would be a very, very bad day. So the effectiveness of this stuff, you know, I got just probably a drop on my nose and it's just burning. Like I could only imagine in my eyes. And I'm not staging this or anything. My nose is actually on fire right now. So that's actually pretty funny, but be careful when you use it, because if you get this stuff in your eyes or in your mouth or in your nose or anything like this, you're getting the same effects as the person that you just sprayed it with. So, you know, you got to be aware of your surroundings, which way is the wind blowing, and obviously, unlike me, you know, don't rub your face or eyes after you use it. So that's it. Thank you for watching.